If you don't allow yourself to be a beginner, you will always be one. You will always be a beginner if you don't allow yourself to be one. If you are always focused on just feeling comfortable, never experiencing different things, and never doing something different, you will always be a beginner and you will never improve. You will never improve. You will never improve because like you are so in your head like that you always gotta be the best, the best, the best, the best, that you don't want to feel uncomfortable. How are you like, bro? That doesn't like how bro how bro. You gotta allow yourself to be a beginner. You gotta allow yourself to learn so you can get better. And that's what we're gonna talk about today. What's up, guys? So today I kind of like read this quote that I just told you guys in the beginning of the video. Like, if you don't allow yourself to be a beginner, you will always be one. And I got some memories, and I wanted to share with you guys. Not actually memories, but like I got some memories, and then I said like, oh, this could be a good video. So let's do that, right? So what I'm telling you guys is, what do I mean like with that? I mean that, bro, you gotta allow yourself to start to feel like a failure at first. First, you're going to fail, and this is completely obvious. Like, this is completely obvious in anything that you're trying to do. You will always fail, but like you like as you fail, you will get better. You will only get better if you fail, if you allow yourself to fail, if you allow yourself to be a beginner, if you allow yourself to put yourself into a new experience new things, and know that you're not gonna know every single thing, and that's completely normal. When you were born, you didn't know how to walk, and then you learn how to walk. You didn't know how to pronounce the words, and then you learned it. You did not know how to speak, then you learn how to speak. That's it. That's the process of life. That's the process of getting better. That's the process of evolving. And this is the beautiful thing about human beings. We can evolve. We can really evolve. We can get better. We can learn a bunch of things. Like, human beings created cars. Like, I'm in a car right now. Like, this was created by a human. Airplanes were created by humans, bro. Like, what you mean like you cannot do that, bro? Like, you can. And even those people who created these things were beginners at first. They did not born like just knowing this thing, like knowing how to do like knowing how to craft a airplane, knowing how to do a car. Like, you think they were born like knowing that shit? You think they were born like knowing what that, like how to do that? No, they had to learn. They have to be a beginner first, and then they actually became better, and then they actually created these things, created the car, created the airplanes, created every single thing, created the phones that I'm recording this video right now. So yeah, man, you gotta allow yourself to be a beginner, because like otherwise you're not going to improve. And I know that it might be uncomfortable, and it might be like very intimidating, and this just like you might feel bad. All right, you might feel bad doing that, but that's good. That's a bad thing, quote unquote bad, because it's not truly bad, because like you are going to get better after this, so this is not really bad. But yeah, you gotta allow that feeling to come in, and then you are going to learn with that feeling, because you gotta do this, bro. You gotta take that anger of being a beginner, of not knowing the thing, towards improving on that area, towards learning, towards getting more experience in that thing, so you can actually get better and stop being a beginner. But if you never allow yourself to feel like a beginner at first, you will always be one. You will always be a beginner if you don't allow yourself to start, if you don't allow yourself to fail, if you don't allow yourself to understand that you gotta learn. Sometimes you gotta humble yourself and say really like, whoa, I don't know this, and like I'm gonna have to know this, I'm gonna have to learn this. Yes, I'm gonna suck at first, but hey, I'm gonna get better with time, and that's it. That's life. Life is like that. And I know there's a lot of things that you didn't know how to do, and now you know how to do. But like at first you were a beginner, right? So just understand that, bro. It's really easy. It's not that hard. Like, it's not hard. It's not something completely hard to understand. It's not something completely hard to know. It's just like, that's life, bro. That's just it. And I have one more example. Let's imagine that you are in a room, and every single person right there is better than you. Every single person right there has more results than you. Every single person right there is, you know, just have like more results than you and more experience than you, that you even feel like, whoa man, like how did he get that thing? Like, wow, like man, I want to be like that too. Yeah, some people might get that feeling when they see someone doing better than them, of, yeah, I want to be like this too. And others might be like jealous, saying like, oh, like that ain't really it, like that thing, like that thing that he got, like it's not really it, like he's not really good like that. Like, no bro, like, okay, if you want to improve, you should adapt the first mindset that I just said right here, of getting inspired by that thing that that person did. You gotta ask yourself, okay, how did that person do that thing? How did that person actually like figure out a way to do that? Figure out a way to achieve that thing? And doing that, like that type of mindset is allowing yourself to be a beginner. You are allowing yourself to understand that you don't know something, and you gotta know something if you wanna get that thing that that person has, or like achieve the certain result that that person achieved. You see, that's the beginner mindset. You gotta have a beginner mindset. Cultivate the beginner mindset when you are faced with situations that you don't know, but you want to know, and you want to get better, and you want to get a certain result because of that. Allow yourself to do that. If you block yourself from learning new things, from allowing yourself to suck, that is probably like the second mindset that I said, that I gave you guys on that example that I just gave you guys right now, of, oh, like he don't really have that thing, he doesn't really have that thing, like he's not good like that. This is blocking yourself. You're not allowing yourself to be a beginner when you have that type of mindset. When you have jealousy towards other people, when you have jealousy towards people doing better than you, that is blocking yourself. That is not allowing yourself to be a beginner, and to understand that if that person did that, I can do it too, and I just gotta learn. I know that I will suck in the beginning, and that person sucked too. Like that, you guys. Sometimes, guys, you guys just gotta understand that sometimes the people we look to, like all these people who are extremely successful, they also had that beginner phase. They also were beginners, and you guys gotta understand that and implement that as a mindset. I gotta allow myself to be a beginner if I want to get better at something that I want, but I'm not good yet. Allow yourself to be a beginner, and that's life, you know. Anyway, that's pretty much the advice that I had for you guys. I really was